don't know who you are, the rest of us do. Just tell me your full name.
I'm Dick Weiland.
This is very exciting to see. A field being named after you. They were going to build a field anyhow, but you've been such a motivator for this particular field. Can you talk to me a little bit?
I started working on disabled issues with the Home House back in the early 80s, thanks to Ann Zeff, the president, and it's named the Weiland Zeff House, the Home House. At that time, we took care of 9 people. Now we have 25 people. And we're very fortunate that Jamie Steele is our director. And we're blessed to have done wonderful work in the city of Cincinnati, and we're enjoying it. I've been doing this, as I said, for close to 30 years now. And I'm blessed that I can continue to do it. And I have signed on for another 20 years.
So this field is special from other fields. Can you talk a little bit about why you wanted this field?
Well, this field had an area for disabled children. And there's not many places in this community where disabled children can go to play. So we hope they come out here in great numbers. And it will open it up to enable these people to participate in some activities that would not otherwise be able to participate in.
You've been very kind to Cincinnati. But where does this fit in terms of all of the things that you've tried to give back to a place that you really love?
Well, as I've often said, there are no diseases or issues that we shouldn't worry about. I marched in Selma with Fred Shuttlesworth, and I was head of Human Relations Commission in the city, and I continue to work on that. And I also work on education in the Jewish communities, on Talbot House, which has been one of my most important issues. At Hebrew Union College, where we saved the school from moving to New York. So when you say what's important, they're all important. You can't put one before the other. I regard them all as very important to our city.
It seems to be a really great turnout. Friends, family, is it a good feeling to know that you do good things that people will come and support it? And not necessarily just behind you, but behind what it is that you're trying to do.
Well, I've had great support. We raised more than double what the goal was. But on Tuesday night, I'm going to get the award in the Jewish Community for Volunteer of the Year Award. And at that place, I'm announcing a gift of $100,000 on all the minority issues, disabled, homeless, etc., etc. We're going to hope to turn it into $1 million fund in the next couple of years. Take care of all the people in Southern Ohio that have needs that are not being taken care of.
I've heard it said that one person can make a difference. Can you talk a little bit about the supporters, the business partners that you've had over the years who have supported you, and you being that person to step out front?
Well, the Talbot House, which is something that Neil Trillo and I came in together at the same time. We came in, it was $2 million. Now it's a budget of about $56 million. We're the largest in the state of Ohio and one of the largest in the country. When you do this kind of work, we house about 800 people on any one night, more than any hotel in the city. I got the first National Reentry Award and also the Gold Star Award for work in the prison system. So you look through each one of these things and people come to you. You return every phone call. Everyone is important in life. I don't care what who they are. They're all people.
Is there anything that you didn't ask you that you think is important that you'd like people to know about? So far about what's going on here today.
I've been very fortunate that my family has been supportive. Whenever I decide that I'm going to give money to anything, when I gave $500,000 to Cincinnati State for scholarships, I call my daughter, she calls my sons, and if they approve it, it's their money eventually. So I can't give anything without their approval.
So it's all about family.
Unfortunately. I've got 3 wonderful children and in-laws and 6 wonderful grandchildren. It's a big support system.
Thank you very much.
Looking great in a Reds hat, a wool scarf, a baseball tie, athletic shorts, sneakers, and tube socks. Please welcome the man of the hour, local fundraiser and philanthropist, Mr. Richard Weiland.
anybody wants to know how long in the year I will wear a scarf, Danny Ransoff wore a scarf year-round, and today is the last day I will wear the scarf, so I'm going to hand it to my daughter, Jeannie. In addition, people often worry and say to me, did you shave today? So I brought my son-in-law, Jay. Jay, you got the razor with you? I will be shaved, not before, but afterwards, in case anybody wants to complain. What? You know, years ago, when I coached the first integrated baseball teams in the city.
Hold the mic. Wow.
I coached the first integrated baseball teams in the city of Cincinnati. It was my older son, David. We won the city championship, and we beat every team in the city that was good, and there were tough teams in the city. It was the year when Ted Berry, who was the former mayor of Cincinnati, coached with me, and we finally got the city to start integrating the baseball teams in the city. So I did that for 8 years. I did it 4 years with David and 4 years with Freddie. Freddie had no pitcher on the team, so we lost just about all the games that time. But it was a pleasure to do it. When I think back about 4 years ago, when I was scheduled to die, and I was taken to the hospital in '07, and as my daughter reminded me, I was taken down to the operating room, and I reached out my arms as I was taken down, and I said, thank you, God, for a good life I've had, and I want to appreciate all the things you've done for me in my life. And then they took me down, and my daughter and other people were weeping because they thought they'd never see me again. But the thing that was good, God wasn't ready to be lobbied. He promised me another 20 years before I would go. But I went down there, and the doctor said that I was the most relaxed person that had ever come down to die. The reason I survived was because when they put me under, probably put me away, I survived. And it happened 3 different times that I went down, which I thought would be the last rites, but it didn't happen. So I want to thank Jeannie, who, along with Jay and David and Freddie and their families, who helped save my life at that point. You know, as I go through this, I got involved at the Long House, and Ann would remember, Ann Zeff would remember better than I, but I think it was around '83. Ann, where's Ann? Ann? Ann, you better come forward. I need you in here. Ann, what year was that? About '83? Well, Ann, the house is named the Weiland Zeff House. I got to put my name on first. And without Ann, there wouldn't be a house. And without Mort, and we're very fortunate. We've got Jamie, where are you? Right here. We got some things for both of you. Jamie, can I have that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is from the Paul O'Neill. Gave us 2 mementos today, and Jamie's got one of them and Ann's got one, and I'm proud that we could able to do this, because when we first started, at Halom House had 9 people, and now we're taking care of 25 people in the community, and I know with Jamie at the helm, it'll grow to 50 because there's so many people who need our help. They do it by voucher now, so people come to him. We can't go chasing people, they come to him. I also want to thank both of you. Ann was real nervous that she might speak, but I want to thank the Merson Foundation and Neil, who were very helpful. Jim Schwab, Jim's over there. Jim, I want to make sure you hear me. Eugene Rose, Nathan and Marcy Backrack, Eddie and Nina Paul, PNC and Kay Geiger, Western and Southern, John Barrett and Ed Babbitt. And I want you to know that on Friday, at the last minute, Western and Southern donated $10,000 toward this event today. Also, Steve Rosedale, who couldn't be here, but Rabbi Stetner is here. Where are you, Rabbi, over there? If you want a prayer after the meeting, he will give you one of his breast prayers, I promise you. Spence Faxon, where's Spence? Spence is one of my closest guys. If you need any energy work done, Spence can save you a lot of money. And that'll cost you, Spence, for the advertisement I just gave you. I want to thank one of my oldest friends is here, Robert Dinerman. Robert is probably the best amateur entertainer in the state of Ohio, and was at one time a very good tennis player. I want to thank the Runkeys, DJ Robinson, my cousin, who was the only one that gave me more than I asked for, which was amazing. Teddy Schwartz, Bobby Moskowitz, the memories of Manny Marison and Stan Kaplan, blessed memories. Blue Cameras, Gary Zola, Neil Tilla, who I think was recognized before, Jimmy Miller and Steve Miller, Brett Collar, Alan Statman, Gary Goldman, and Jimmy Friedman, Alex Stillpass, Shap Englander, Brian Jaffe, Mike Ostreicher, Victory Hosale, Mike Fisher, Gary Hyman, Ted Deutsch, the Israelite, the Schottensees of Columbus, and Jerry Ernst, who came here yesterday and realized Jews do not have events on the Sabbath. But also, I want to thank a number of people who are here today, Maria Borgany, will you please stand, Maria? Maria did a great job. She was relentless, and she's still got a long way to go, but she is willing to do more work. Also, Kate Fatma, I think may have gotten here. Holly Hinton, Joanne Riley, who helped me through my illness way back. Melissa Wink, Kim Watling, Jesse Vigran, Betsy Shapiro, Tatiana, Susan Noonan, and Terry Taratina, who's over there. Terry didn't know I'd recognize you, see? You can wave to everybody if you want.
I'm glad I dressed up.
But I think my daughter is here, and my son. Jeannie, any words you want to say?
Congratulations. It's a great thing.
Jeannie can speak. Jeannie does an unbelievable job at Children's Hospital. She's head of cystic fibrosis. And my son David is a cardiologist in California. Couldn't come in for this, but he will be coming in soon. And Freddie is a tennis pro, and we hit this morning, and I can still hit with Freddie. I was told I'd never walk again, and not only am I walking, but I'm playing tennis, going to Columbus twice a week, and Washington once a month. So I want to thank all of you. If I left anybody out, I am going to be honored Tuesday night at the Jewish Community event. And if I did leave, Cynthia Goodman's over there, so I forgot Cynthia. But if I left anybody out, you can come up, and on Tuesday night, I will announce you at the Jewish Federation, because I will have the mic for about 10 minutes on Tuesday night. So thank all of you. And we are going to create a fund on Tuesday night. And I'm going to be putting $100,000 into a fund to work on all disabled issues affecting the community in Southern Ohio. And I think in talking to Roxanne last week, it's unfortunate that our Human Relations Commission at the city has dwindled to just about nothing in the last years. And so we're really going to do things that the Human Relations Commission at one time was doing, and we're going to do it all over Southern Ohio. And I haven't given you the details yet, but we will be, I promise you. So thank you all for coming. And now there's food, and there's going to be baseball games. So thank you.
Thank you, Dick.
I didn't get to say hello to one of my best friends here, Curtis Fuller. Thank you, Curtis, for being here. Terry now is here too. She'd be angry if I didn't at least. Is that Terry? Were you waved over like Terry?
Anybody else, Dick? That's it. All right. We actually aren't finished yet. The moment that we've been waiting for, the naming of the ball field here at Dunham Recreation Complex. We have Owen and we have Charlie. And so if everybody's ready, we'll give a little countdown. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. Indeed, welcome to Dick Weiland Field here at Dunham Recreation Complex.